frightening because it's kind of dusty today, but it's still on the dusty side overnight. The rain, well, it can be quite a wet
Go on YouTube, Bev, on your phone.
Clears from Van tonight, and then we'll be left with a scattering of showers across the southwest. It won't be as intense.
Hello. Hi, Haley. Right, Haley. Now then, I'm wondering if I just look here. Haley. Just bear with me 1 second.
Carbon credit schemes offer the world's biggest companies
where are we going?
Emissions.
I can't find it.
Can they help save the planet?
Up. Hi, Julie. Can we hear? Can we hear people? Are we getting some volume? I better turn my volume up, haven't I? No, there we are. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, having a fab time.
Tell me about Westminster. What are you doing over there?
Well, I'm over for the dog show, and a few days in New York and Times Square, which is just, if you've never been to Times Square, it makes your eyeballs burn, quite frankly.
Yeah, it does. We were lucky enough to visit a few years ago, and I'm within 10 minutes, someone had taken me for $20 already. That quick. But hey, it is what it is. I've got a DVD at the end of it, but hey, it's one of them. Hey, so how would you compare Westminster to Crufts then? Is it pretty much the same?
No, not at all. No, there's only one class for every breed.
Right.
So there's no like puppy junior or anything like that. There's one class. Right. 5 dogs get invited, so it's an invitational. So they invite the 5 top winning dogs of that breed.
Okay.
They then limit the total number of the dogs. So after those 5 have entered, it then gets opened up. So I think, in all honesty, a lot of people have couriers ready to get their entry in, because I think entries sell out in a day. So some breeds, we just seen, what have we just seen? Lackamoirs, and there was 3. Okay. And yet the Aussie cattle dogs, there must have been about 20 in the ring. So I think if you're on it and you get your entry in, you're here.
Right,
so okay. There was 9 Briards. So
and what would you see? Was that a good showing for Briards, or?
Yeah, it was. They're a very different type because they're cropped.
Right.
Even though I love the look of it, I think it looks fabulous. Obviously, the whole barbaric thing of cropping is just, a big no-no. But so their heads look a slightly different shape. I thought the quality of the Briards was lovely. They were fab. They really were.
Right, good.
And we've got tickets for the groups tonight.
All right.
And we're at the Billie Jean King tennis. So it'll be on centre court tonight inside.
Wow.
So it's brilliant.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like. Well,
but when you think with Crufts, I think there's about 26,000 dogs enter.
Yeah.
And Westminster, they cap it at, I think it's either 2,500 or 3. So a lot less dogs.
Yeah.
It's a shame I can't turn my screen round. I don't think I can I? Because I'll stand up. So this is busy.
Right,
Right,
okay.
There's hardly any shopping, thank God.
Are you biscuit?
So, but it's a brilliant atmosphere. Lovely atmosphere. And
it's on the bucket list. It's on our bucket list.
Yeah, definitely. They're
That and
apparently
Montgomery.
moving it back to Madison Square Gardens next year, so
Okay.
might be better.
Right. So hey,
Anyway,
this is
seminars.
our last live before we go. Before the competition. Julie, do us a favour. What are you going to be talking about in your seminar?
Right, so my seminar is basically going to be about product. So I'm going to talk about what is in the products we use,
Yeah.
how they work, what effect they have on the dog's coat, and it's not always negative. You know, some products really plump up, some products really add strength. And then also what our products that we use on the dogs do to the dog's skin. And again, sometimes some of the ingredients, and I'll let you know what ingredients to look for, you know, have really huge benefits to the skin. Stop it from drying out. It's called a humectant, and it always sounds like a horrible word, but
I've
they're
heard of that name
brilliant.
before in things.
Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant, and we want them in our products because they protect the skin and all sorts of things like that. Oh, it's a popular win.
That's good.
So I'll be talking all about that. So if anybody's interested in the ingredients that they're putting on their dog,
Yeah.
what is in it and the benefits of it, then yeah, come and book a ticket and come along.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Do it. I think we're going to have. I think there's going to be a lot of spectators. Our classes closed yesterday evening. We've got
cool.
60 people. We've got 60 entries in the morning, around 60 in the morning, 60 in the afternoon. So we've got plenty of competitors. We haven't got one. I don't think we've got a spare space for trade stand, so it's going to be busy, and I think we're going to get a lot of spectators. So, right, okie doke. So we've got a question. Emily says, "Hello, I've entered the afternoon intermediate. What time should I arrive?" So pre-judging is I should know this off the top of my head, shouldn't I? But I don't. Wish I did. So you don't have to get there till the afternoon. Let me tell you when. I'm just going to have a look now. Where did we put them? Right. So pre-judging starts at 12:30, Emily. So I would get there. The reason we moved them to the afternoon is so you didn't have to get up early and rush to get up early, get there for 7:30. We wanted beginners to come and get acclimatized, see what it's all about. So we moved it to the afternoon. So 12:30, pre-judging starts. 1 o'clock the actual thing starts. Lorraine can't get on. My colleague can't get on, which is fair dues. We're waiting for some more questions. Anybody got any questions?
I was just going to say, if you're new to it, then always getting there as early as possible is the best thing. Just to calm your nerves, get your nerves nice and calm. So that's always the best thing, because your dog picks up on it and you don't want them fidgeting about on the table knowing that something's not quite right. So
So when did you last compete, Julia? Is it like 20 years ago or something? Were you competitive?
Oh God. I stopped competing in 2000.
Right, okay.
Because I wanted to, I got asked to judge, and I've always believed that you can't do both. That's just my own personal opinion. I just don't think it's ethical. I think the education is different. You know, I had to learn new things because I wanted to be a judge, and there's just not time in the world to do everything. So I did really well competing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but because I'm all about education, I kind of wanted to give something back. So decided to become a judge and kind of just go that route with my studies rather than, because you have to learn about so many different breeds, and you know, and also
there is so much to learn, isn't there? There is so much to learn, and it's great. It's not just about breed styles, is it? It's about the structure of the dog and how that coat changes with that coat, and it's different. Even in puppy litters, coats are different, aren't they? And stuff like that. There's so much to identify with dog grooming.
There is, and also I taught myself to scissor left-handed, because I thought if ever I get a lefty person, I mean, I would produce a really crap dog if I scissored left-handed, but I mastered the technique, so that if I had to give feedback to somebody that was a lefty, at least I could pick up and use a pair of scissors the same way they had. Because I know whenever I was teaching, it's really hard when you've got a lefty, because you're standing there doing it one way and they're going, yeah, but I don't hold my scissors that way.
Yeah.
So
you approach the dog differently. I've just started clipping with my left hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So because I'm sure I just want to be clipping with. It's just easier. It's more manageable, is it? You're not crossing your hands over and things like that. So
yeah, and it's just another new technique, isn't it, to learn? Because you do tilt the blade slightly differently when you change hands. So you'll find that one side will automatically probably have a better finish than the other.
Yeah.
So because you're just tilting that blade a bit more. So, is that more questions?
Another question. Haley says, Haley. Yeah. All right. What she said. Okay. we don't need that on there, to be fair, because it's on the side, isn't it? I'm bringing a stool. I have a few issues standing for 2 hours. Will land me in bed for a week. Oh, that's fine, Haley. You can bring your stools. Bring your stool. Make it comfortable for yourself. I had a message the other day about somebody about using the headphones. If you've got, if you're, I don't know what the PC word for it is, but if wearing headphones helps you concentrate. We're quite good. We're okay with that. You can do that. The other thing, my normal sidekick Lorraine can't get on for some reason. So just let me have a look at something there. Right. Yeah. Have we got any more questions? Anybody?
How many newcomers have you got, David?
Oh, right. So, we just bear with me 1 second. Diddly-do, and I'll tell you. Right, okay, doke. So, in beginners, in total, we've got 32.
And are they people that have never competed before?
They're people that have never competed before.
Good on them.
So
Good on them.
Beginners, we've got beginners, which is everybody that's been doing it for 2 years or less. There's 13 of those. Intermediate, which is 2 years to 5 years, 13 of those. The Lakeys are scrapping a little bit. And then experienced beginners, so that's 5 years plus. We've got 6 of those. So it's just really good. And that's what the show was all about for me personally, was getting more people into it. So we're quite good with that. So I wonder why. Right, okay. Oh, Lorraine's trying. She's trying to get in. For some reason, Lorraine can't get in on the thing. So no, we're all like, because everybody's excited. Everything is going really smoothly, and I'm a bit worried that it's going smoothly.
Well, I was amazed that I got on. I thought, I'm going to give it a go. I'm having a sit in the shade because I got a bit hot, and I thought, perfect timing.
Yeah, cool. Right. What else have we got to say? Right, never miss a comment. Right, okay, no, let's have a look in here. Lorraine is trying. Right. I wanted to talk. What else did we? Because Lorraine had the list. Lorraine was going to be the talker tonight.
Well, I can give you a couple of tips. So one tip that I've done and fallen foul to is I've bought new scissors on the day and I've used them in the competition. And my tip would be, don't. So if you're going to buy new scissors, you need to practice with those scissors before you come. And exactly the same with products. Exactly the same with products. Don't get to the show and somebody says, oh, try this, it's amazing. Don't. Because you don't know how it's going to react to the dog's coat you've got, all of those things. So don't do anything different than what you've practiced. And also, this is like, I suppose this is quite a bad one, but I probably failed a couple of exams because I practiced, and then on the day I decided to ask somebody for advice. and it got in my head. And you know, when you've practiced and you know that dog, just go with your gut and do what you know you can do. Don't start taking advice from somebody going, oh, no, you definitely need to do this, you definitely need to do that, because you will muck it up.
Yeah,
And
I
then
did that.
you'll really kick yourself in the feet. There's plenty of competitions about for you to take feedback from your judges and improve your groom as you go along. But don't let things get in your head. You know, put your earphones in, listen to your music, and just
Go for
imagine
it.
you're in the salon. Because whenever do you get 2 hours to groom a dog? You don't. You
Yeah.
know, we're always in a hurry, but don't go buying those new scissors and deciding you're going to do
We'll
them.
try them. Yeah. I had that with the product. I bought some product
Oh, did
on the
you?
morning of the show, used it, and it made the coat a bit greasy. Do you know what I mean? And I couldn't get the coat to lift. And do you know what? It was probably one trigger pull too many, just one. But like you said, because I hadn't used it before, I used it like the other product that I was using to do the same thing. And that was, So I've
You've
fallen
got to
for it.
practice these things, you know. I mean, when I used to compete, I used to prep the dog, add a product, and then see what it was like. And then,
Yeah.
you know, more often than not, bath it again. You know what I mean? You just got to
Yeah.
bath it again and go, no, I didn't like that. Or, you know, in the run up to the competition, I mean, they could bath the dog tomorrow, do half
Yeah.
the dog
Yeah.
in their normal product, half the dog in their new product, and then see the difference. Because the
Yeah.
only way I've been trialing products for the last sort of 10 years, the only way you can really tell is if you only do half the dog,
Right. Okay.
because you've
That
got
makes
nothing
sense.
to
It just
compare
makes,
it with.
yeah.
So, you know, you do half the dog, see how it goes, and then it's fine from then.
Yeah.
So, but they got time that they can practice with different products up until the weekend. They just keep bathing the dog.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem.
Right, have we got any more questions? Lorraine, ask us a question, Lorraine. Right. I was going to say, I was going to go through a list of things that people should bring, but I guess everybody else has done their list of things that they want to bring. You don't need to bring the kitchen sink. Just bring what you normally use. I know when I first went, I had a big, massive grooming trolley that I got off Monday, and I wheeled that in, and I didn't use half of it. It's just more stuff to lump about, isn't it? So, yeah, you just don't get used to it, do you? You don't get used to the new products or your new tools.
What I found here at the show is there's a huge big grooming area where they're all prepping the dogs, and they're literally using a bucket and a sponge.
All right.
And I thought, whenever I competed, not once did I ever take a bucket and a sponge with me. And I've turned up at a comp, and because we've left at 3:00 in the morning, the dog's dribbled on its legs. The back of the car wasn't as clean as it could be.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got dirty legs. So if you want to put something in, just in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Big old sponge and a washing up bowl, because that's what they're all using here. And the dogs are beautifully prepped.
Yeah.
And of course, most of the dogs have travelled for 2 days before they get to this show. You know, we don't realise the distances in America.
No, you don't.
You know,
sometimes things are closer together over there. I never knew that New York was as close to Boston as it was. I thought it was hours and hours and hours, but it is relatively close. But when they're traveling from one side to the other, I guess, Right. So Lorraine has made a couple of points there about a time plan. So write down your time plan. We've got a big clock that we're going to have up. So there's a normal clock in the sports hall, but we're going to have a digital clock at the front so people can keep an eye on the time. We don't know if we're going to have it as a countdown to the end of the classes or just like the normal time yet. But make a list. Say, right, for the first 15 minutes I'm doing this, next 15 minutes doing that, and try and stick to that, and then you won't run out of time. Always remember to leave yourself 20 minutes at the end, 20, 25 minutes, however long at the end, just to go over your dog and just double check everything. Do you know what I mean? So, and then we have a catering van. Okay. Food, yeah. Don't forget your food. Don't forget to bring any, nuts and snacks for during the competition. There will be some catering. It'll be outside like last year. It'll be in the same place as last year. All well and good. We'll have a cafe next year opening up.
I think having the clock counting down is a bloody brilliant idea. I would have loved that when I was competing. Glancing up, knowing I had 45 minutes left.
I don't know how we're going to do. The only problem is we don't know because classes end at different times, don't they?
Yeah, that is the problem.
That's the tricky bit that we've got at the minute. We're trying to suss out how that works. If we start it at 12 o'clock midnight, for example, it'll just count up, won't it? So if it's an hour and a half, you know when it's going to be, say, 1:30. Do you know what I mean? So.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So if you know you've got 2.5 hours,
it'll be 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably what we'll go for, something like that. So.
Yeah. That's a shame the classes are all different timings because that would have been lovely.
Yeah.
But you'll have to get more clocks.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Different coloured ones for different classes. Right. Well, do you know what? I'm going to call that, Julie, actually.
Okay, no worries. Been lovely talking to you.
Yeah, and I'll see you Sunday. Oh, yeah, we'll see you Sunday. Safe journeys and enjoy your time.